Hello, good afternoon or good morning, however you're listening to us. This is the Goldthwaite Guys Podcast. I am joined by my co-host and partner in crime, Travis Hall.
Yep.
And Travis, you want to introduce our guest this morning?
Walt Thompson.
Walt Thompson. So this is the 22nd of March. That way, if you're trying to figure out when this is Saturday morning. A lot going on in Little Goldthwaite, Texas. And we wanted to have our state champion returning
Hockey player.
Is he hockey?
Tennis.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore. Walt Thompson in here and talk a little bit about him and his journey. Talking about some golf and all the things that he's involved in, of course, in Goldthwaite, because he's involved in a lot more than just than golf. And we'll start there. You are a sophomore at Goldthwaite High School?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. And born and raised right here?
I think I was born in Brownwood.
Okay. Gotcha. Terry's here, so if he messes up, we'll get Terry to straighten him out. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
So you are started kindergarten, pre-K here at Goldthwaite?
All the way.
Good deal. And then now, so everything's been good. When did you start golfing as a child?
I'd probably say, I've been playing since I could probably play, but
yeah,
I think I started playing in tournaments when I was 5, which the tournaments don't really start till 6 to 7, but I started playing them in 5, around then.
Gotcha. And that
5th grade or 5 years old?
5 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty quick.
That is quick. And he I guess West Texas.
That's probably
league?
what got me started. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great league. If you're looking for a way to get your kiddos involved in tournaments and stuff around Texas, it's big in the summer. I guess it's going again now, isn't it? Well,
yeah, it's been going for a while now, even before I started.
So that's West Texas Junior League, and it's I don't know if it's Junior League. What is it called?
Junior Champions Tour. I think.
Champions Tour. Okay, that sounds more
Pee-wee.
So basically,
well,
pretty much.
they do. These start 6th, 7th year old, and then they play 9 holes with their dads or whoever's there with them, and they grow up and I guess around junior high they start playing 18 holes.
Yeah,
and kind of go from there. Huh?
Yeah, I kind of when I was younger, I would always kind of play up a little bit, an age group. So if I was 7, I would probably play in the 9 to 10 or whatever.
Nice, very cool. And when did you find the love for golf, and what kind of that moment where you're like, man, this is what I can do. I can do well.
Probably the first time I probably went really, really low under. I was kind of got me hooked really hard, and I was just want to keep going and keep playing as best I can,
Gotcha.
Did your old man play golf too?
He used to a little bit. He doesn't much anymore.
So you pretty much taught yourself, kind of.
Terry,
pretty much.
Terry is a decent golfer. He's a closet golfer. He can play. Don't let me fool you. But knowing that you were, that's something that you wanted to do. Goldthwaite's kind of tricky because we don't have just the best facilities as far as a golf course. It's getting better.
Yeah, that's what we call it, goat pasture.
Yeah. But it's a good place for you to go swing, and go and get work on your golf game. So I guess what I ask you here is, and Travis, you throw some questions in here, but now, how many hours do you practice on this craft?
Right now, which I'm going to Brownwood a lot now, but probably after school for 2.5 hours, kind of just either playing or hitting on the range, practicing on the chipping green, putting. Sometimes I have a little sim at the house, and I'll go home at night. If I didn't like how I was hitting it, I might hit a little bit on it and try and fix something. But
very cool.
You ever hit anybody with a ball?
I don't think so. I don't think so yet.
Have you?
Yeah, I hit Randy Hudspeth square in the back one time.
Did you? That's a large target, though.
Yeah, well, and I feel bad about that, Randy. I do apologize, but I think we were in Blanket, and we were playing, and he was down there, and I was working on my son's swing. It's just hit it like this, and I hit it, and it just square in the back. But yeah. Anyways, let's go back, Travis. Then I'm going to have you kind of take over here and talk about some football.
Yeah.
With Walter, and again, the year that was with football with him was a big one.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Defensive linebacker, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what my main position is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, kind of a tight end sniffer back, I guess is what you call it.
Yeah. And this was your first year on varsity, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, earned the spot last year.
Yeah.
Went with it.
So what did you think about the football team overall?
I thought we were great. Like, our linemen, I mean, they did their job. They got it done for us, and especially on the defensive side. I feel like, Hugo, like,
that dude
he helped us a lot. Yeah, I mean, you don't realize he may not make, but I don't know how many tackles he made, but he don't make much, but
yeah,
he does way more than.
You can impact the game without making the tackle or you know what I mean? If you have to have a double team every time or you are in the way.
Yeah, that's opening up us.
Yeah, yeah. So
it's going to be missed a lot.
Shout out to Hugo and Barrera, too.
Daniel. The whole D-line, they all huge.
Yeah.
Coho, like, they all did really good.
Wetzik, Jack. A lot of good size on the line. But, yeah, I mean, this year, stepping into that role, you really played a significant role in linebacker. And I think, I want to say you were up there before you got hurt, leading the team in tackles.
Yeah, I think, because Coach Landers has a tackle chart, and me, Luke, and kind of the guys, we just kind of compete, with it. It's not a big thing because, it's a team sport, but it kind of helps.
It shows your impact.
I think me and Luke were probably tied or really close to each other in tackles before that game, and then
So let's talk about the injury. What happened there?
So
what game was it?
The Chilton game.
Okay, what happened there?
So I feel like I was just starting to get hot, and then I went down, wrapped up the dude, and then I kind of fell sideways, but my ankle got caught up under me.
Yeah.
So it was more it wasn't just a twist. It was more pressure, and I felt it pop a little bit. I looked down and it was kind of straight, so I was kind of happy about that, but it didn't feel too good.
Kind of straight. It's a problem.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and what was the recovery on that?
Oh, it was, every day, right after Saturday morning, I was already up doing it.
Yeah.
Once we figured out it wasn't broken, I was hitting it really hard every day.
It?
Yeah, icing, heating.
Gotcha. And how long were you out? I think it's just a game, wasn't it? Game and a half?
Yeah, missed the Hubbard game, and then I don't remember if it was.
Which the Hubbard game, pretty much it was a JV game.
It was,
the second half.
Yeah, they didn't. And then I don't remember if it was Frost or Wortham.
Yeah.
I suited up, but they didn't need me to go in.
Is that when they moved Hagen up?
No, they moved Hagen up the San Saba game.
Yeah, I think
him and Landry.
And that was good. And kind of to ask, we are losing some seniors on the line offensively and defensively.
Yep.
And this eighth grade class coming in is not overly big as far as size, like what we're losing. Of course, they're young.
Yep.
There's some good little kids on there that are good little ball players, like Evar Bokeen on the line and Levi Hillis.
Big guy.
Yeah,
he's growing quite a bit.
Yeah,
big kid.
Yeah.
But again, that's not. You're losing a lot of size, but you're not losing a lot of skill.
No,
other than the Luke Sanderson, who you don't replace. But what are you thinking about next year and kind of that? I guess the optimism of the football team.
I think we're feeling good. We got to replace some linemen, but I think we'll figure it out. We work hard, in the weight room. So,
do you see this happening where maybe there's some guys that may be changing position to fill those needs and those gaps because, they're growing. Number one, they're getting bigger. But also just the need there, example, maybe, like a Hagen okay, he might end up on the line, you know, on the offensive line or something like that for next year or something, to where because he's strong and tough, and you know, he may not have the size, but you're not going to find the tougher one.
He's got to go get him.
Yeah. Even me, you know, I might end up on the line. I don't know.
It could happen. I think it's going to be one of those things where we're going to have to just kind of get to two-a-days and see the cards we got, you know.
Mm-hmm. But, you know, we have a lot of those JV guys that are going to fill a lot of spots because those JV guys were pretty good this year.
That is true. They were undefeated.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You know, and
several years.
Yeah, and so that's really encouraging. And there's some good size on that JV, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So that's optimistic. And so had a good football season and sophomore year. Now moving into basketball, that was a fun and just a crazy year. You know, starting JV, played a lot. Had a good team. Went undefeated in district as well. Yep. So tell me a little bit about your basketball, how you felt this year.
You know, I love basketball, but I think that JV team, we were really good. We all loved each other on that team, and that's what helped us a lot. You know, we
play for each other.
Yeah, we're not selfish at all, and I think the chemistry between us, like that freshman grade, like the chemistry between us, and we love. I think it's a good thing between us and them.
You saw some growth, just kind of laying out the JV team. You know, Wilson Grebe, who really grew a lot this year.
Yeah.
Owen Campbell, a ball player too, just a competitor. You can put Owen in any situation; he's gonna fight.
Oh yeah.
Then you got you and Lane Gray. You got Ben Wetzik on there. Jacob Leverett came back to play basketball this year and had a really good year.
Athlete.
Yeah, great athlete. Hagan Greenway played JV this year and really, like I said, kind of like Owen, anything he's going to compete in and be really good. Who am I missing? I don't want to miss anybody on the JV squad, but it was a really good team. I think that's about it. No, Scott Reynolds was one that I know, and like I said, Ben Wetzik was on there. So, but good teams. And then you moved on up to the playoffs on varsity and got to be part of that playoff run. And talk a little bit about the playoff run for you.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was one for the history books, Sure.
Oh, yeah.
I may not get to go in much, which coach is going to play the best players,
The bench shrinks in tough playoff games. That's the way it goes. But being there.
Yeah, it was had a great view of history. That Mumford game was insane.
Insane. Forever will be, archived as one of the best playoff runs in Goldthwaite history.
Yep.
So, it kind of sets the stage for this year for you and the golf team. And let me talk about the golf team a little bit. First off, this is really one of the few years we've had enough players to make a golf team, which is, hit and miss in the past. You've had some good players, but you're up there, and Lane Gray's up there playing. Owen Campbell's playing. You got Gage Sparks that is playing, and Feta Menchaca is playing as well, and Scott Reynolds. Yeah, and that's your team. And y'all went and played in Llano this week.
Some districts already started, I guess.
No, that was district preview.
Oh, I got you.
Golf is different. Explain the golf kind of thing to us lay people that may not understand it, because it's not like a tournament where you play like basketball. You'll play everybody twice.
Yeah, no.
No, it's
pretty much like, especially for us, since we're always good in basketball, so we don't get to much play before district, but we play a couple tournaments, and then we'll play the district preview, and then after the district preview, you might play another tournament, and then you have district, which is kind of weird, because usually like in a tournament where I'll play it'll be a 2-day tournament, it'll just be back-to-back, but district in high school was like 1 week, and then the next week is the second day. Okay. So it's kind of weird.
That is odd.
Yeah.
So they'll have basically a 2-day tournament.
Yeah.
In their district, and the combined scores of those 2 days will determine the seeding for district. Not seeding, I guess. I guess playoffs.
Whoever wins goes to regionals.
Yeah. And they take what, the top 3?
In district, I think it's top 2 teams and then top 2 individuals.
Top 2 individuals and top 2 teams. And let's talk about the team because, again, the first real tournament y'all have had with all your players was what?
I guess.
Was it Lano?
Let's see, Glenrose?
Glenrose.
I think we had everybody.
Okay.
That's a pretty tough course, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's hilly. It's hilly.
Yeah.
A lot of elevation change.
Which was kind of weird when we got there because we were supposed to play, there was 2 courses on that course, and we were supposed to play the links course. Then Coach Head comes up to us, and he's like, guys, we're playing the lakes course. So I'm thinking, oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't remember
a lot more
much
water,
about that.
right?
Yeah.
Heck
yeah.
Alligators.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful
Snakes
course. If you ever have a chance to go out there and play, it's just immaculate. So going to that tournament in Glen Rose, what did you shoot first off, and then how did your team end up?
I shot 2 under 70.
Just a 1-day tournament?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. And
Nice.
I think as a team we shot 340. I think Lane played okay. He played pretty good.
He's got better golf in him.
Yeah. And then Scott played some pretty good golf, I think, that day. I think he shot 87 or something.
Wow.
He's he has a good swing. He just got to get the consistency down.
Is it the short game that
yeah,
he needs to
I
work
think
on?
So. I don't really know.
Gotcha.
I think it's kind of just golf is a game of consistency,
Yeah.
practice and
it's a mental game.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's the main thing of it, honestly.
I got too short of a fuse to play golf.
Yeah,
I do too.
That's what a lot of people say.
I do too.
Me and Dave ride around in the cart.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You have to have a short memory, and you have to have a real even kill kind of mentality, and I think that suits you really well. But going back to Glen Rose, Gage,
Gage shot. I think he shot 104, which this is his first year ever playing high school golf. That was his first ever tournament.
Well, good for him.
He said he's played a little bit before, just messing around, but he's never really competitively played.
Gotcha. Well, that's encouraging. And my son, he played last year, Blake, and
he's not this year though.
No, and you know what's crazy? I bought him. Well, hold on. Santa Claus brought him for the young ears out there a brand new set of Cobras for Christmas, and I was excited that But he said, Dad, after a long basketball season, senior year, I'm ready for college. He said, he also said this, I can't break 100. And I know there's kids that want to play that can. Mm-hmm. And he said, I want to just let them go and just let them go figure that out. And so, great. I mean, here's the deal. Golf, is one of those sports that you'll play the rest of your life. And you can, you know what I mean? You can go play and have fun. It's not like basketball where your days are over, or football. You're not going to go suit up again.
That's right.
But you can go grab your clubs and go play golf. So, he'll have those clubs for the rest of his life, and it's great. But yeah, so the team, what is the district looking like for the golf?
So I think Mason. District. So the district previews all the district teams.
Yeah,
so
right.
Mason was pretty good. They got us by 30 strokes probably now. They got some good golfers. And then
obviously you're winning these tournaments.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But they're probably right there second, third.
Yeah, they just have a lot of golfers that are they have 2 that can probably shoot high 70s and then the rest are low 80s, so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's a really competitive, tough group.
Mm-hmm.
And then who's next?
And then we beat San Saba the other day, but I think it's going to be pretty close between us. So, we're going to San Saba Monday, so see how it is. But I think it's going to be pretty close between us and San Saba to go see who goes to regionals.
Okay. What time will that be? Monday at what time?
I think we tee off at 9 in San Saba.
Okay. I don't think this year there's enough to make a girls golf team.
No, I think there's only 3 of them playing.
There's 4?
How many you got to have?
There's 3.
3? Mm-hmm. Okay. 5.
5.
4 make a team?
4 make a team, but 5, you can have 5 on the team.
Okay. If they take the top 4 scores of a team. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Terry's
glad he came.
Yeah, clarifying these things. But yeah, they take the top 4 scores of a team, and that's how they combine the scores to find out who does what. So that I know Lana's playing. Who else is playing for?
I think a girl named Brinley Blaine, who's a freshman, and then Brooke Roberts, who's a freshman.
Oh, Brooke's playing. Okay, good for her.
And then I think there's another one, but I don't know. Right.
Gotcha. Well, that's good. And again, they're going to be a young team. I know we've had some pretty good success with the girls in years past. But let's talk about kind of going the way back machine. I say way back. Let's talk about your state run last year.
Yeah.
You win district
as a freshman.
Where was the district tournament last year?
Oh, Llano still. It was Llano. Everything was the same, I think.
Is that the common place, is Llano?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, like, in the past where they've had it else, but that's all I know is Llano.
Okay. And you go there, it's a 2-day tournament. You shoot what on the first day?
I think I shot 75 or 76. I didn't play good at district at all.
Yeah. Why? Was it just
I don't know, to be honest. I
just in your head?
Probably got a little in my head. Maybe a little nervous, Because, honestly, to me, district, and this is what Scott Hermsmeyer says, like, district and regionals is, like, the hardest part about getting to state,
Yeah.
Because state, you're already there,
Yeah,
you don't got to worry about qualifying for something.
Right. You're in the tournament. So, just that first day you shot pretty poorly. I say, okay, first off, let's clarify this. When you shoot a 75 and you say you shot bad, that's you're being. I would break my right leg to shoot a 75.
Would you shoot 90?
Yeah, I mean, double that, and got my score. But for you though, that's a little bit high. I mean, you normally try to shoot average around par.
Yeah,
or below,
above par, a little below.
Which is normal for you guys. 72 mostly is kind of a standard par round. Sometimes it's 71, sometimes 73, whatever it is. But second day of district is what happens there. You shoot better, right?
I think I actually played worse. I'm pretty sure I shot 77, maybe even 78. Like it was, I wasn't playing good at the time of district,
So but you won it though, right?
Yeah. So last year, I mean, there was a couple good golfers, which I think the conditions were not great. I think it was a little chilly and windy.
I do feel like it was windy because I was out there.
It was for sure windy one day, pretty windy.
Yeah. And for you guys that don't know the Llano course, the front nine's really open. And then
the front nine's the tight nine.
Is that the tight nine? I had it backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, so the front nine is really tight, and then it opens up in the back.
Yeah, it gets real open on the back.
Yeah, and water. You got the Llano River over there that you can. It's a nice course, some elevation, but not terrible. Back nine the back nine kind of reminds you of a Goldthwaite a little bit. The way it's kind of like have the fairways kind of stack on top of each other. Yeah. But it's a beautiful course. But then you go after Llano last year. Where do you go for? I guess it'd be regionals.
We have to go all the way to Corpus. Lozano, I think is the course's name.
Nice course.
I mean it's the greens are nice. I love it. It's kind of average,
Yeah.
It's not the best.
A lot of water down there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, every hole has a water pretty much.
Really?
Tons of water, tons of wind.
I'll tell you what, the way I play golf, any body of water, it doesn't matter if it's
You're in it.
Foot.
Yeah.
I'm going to get in it.
Me too.
Yeah, it does not matter. I spent a lot of money on balls, just getting them out. So talk about your first round.
Take your scuba gear with you.
Yeah. Talk about your first round in Corpus. Well, how'd that go?
My first round, I played really well. Like, I mean, everything was working. I was clicking, and I came in with a 71. I think.
Okay.
I think par 71 there, so I think I shot even. It might not be. I might have shot 1 under. I can't really remember.
Dad's saying 1 under.
Yeah, 1 under maybe.
So that sounds right. And then this day 2 again is another 2-day tournament. What was the conditions? What was the score? How'd you feel?
I think the conditions were about the same, and then I started really poorly second day.
Okay.
I think I had back-to-back doubles maybe.
Gotcha.
And that comes in with the mindset, you know, of you got to keep calm-headed. And, like, I think after that, I shot even throughout the day.
Yeah, 16 more holes.
Yeah.
After you go 2 over or 4 over, huh?
Yeah, I think I parred every other hole. Maybe a couple of birdies, a couple of bogeys. But I think I shot even after that. Ended up with, like, a 76.
You ever made a hole in one?
No, I've gotten close out at Brownwood. I've pretty much laying on the lip, but that's about it. Wow. Not yet. Waiting.
Okay, I want to kind of change it just a second here and talk about this year before we go back to area. You have your team, and you say Mason's good. We're competitive with San Saba. We feel like we can beat San Saba and go into regionals this year.
I think so. They don't have, like, if I can play my game, go go low, Lane can contribute. If Lane can shoot in the 70s, even low 80s, then,
and he's done it before.
I think the other guys can play well enough that we'll beat them, because they don't just have an outstanding golfer, you know.
And Scott Reynolds can shoot in the 90s, golfer. 80s if he can, right in the right spot. And then of course you got Gage who can. I tell you this about Gage, and I've learned this about him. He's a uber competitive kid.
Yes, he is.
And he's kind of one of those perfectionist kind of guys where he will figure it out and get better as the year goes. And I guarantee you he's putting work in. Yeah,
he always wants to go with me on Saturday and Sunday, go play. Like, I think the end of basketball season, we were playing pretty much every Saturday, going places and playing. And
then, again, one other one is Owen Campbell, who's just, like you said, just a really good athlete.
Yeah.
And having to split time between baseball. He's starting shortstop for our varsity boys. But, he's got a beautiful swing and probably, going to be competitive. So we feel like we can beat San Saba. Do you feel like we can get out of regionals?
I think so. Yeah. I know I played a tournament not too long ago up in Lozano just to practice it. And there was a couple of Yorktown kids which are in our regional. I played with a couple of them, and they're not too bad at golfers. So if we get out, it's probably going to be our next competition.
No, okay.
Because I mean Mason's a good team. So
you think would you clarify Mason as probably being the state favorites?
Probably. I mean, they're going to go to state, but Sonora, which won it last year, which one of my buddies, Dylan, he's on that team, and they got some really good golfers on that team. But
I mean, anything can happen, right? But
I mean, it's golf, anything. Yeah.
But so I mean, so Mason looks like they're favorite for our district, and regionals going on into state. And do you think we with the right situation we could get out of regionals?
I think so. I really think so. If we just got to get there,
we got to get the top 3. Is that what it is?
Yeah, our regionals is top 3. So we just got to find it.
Cool, awesome. Well, okay, I didn't mean to derail you, but I wanted to have that conversation about what the team looks like and how far we could go. Travis, jump in anytime.
Man, I don't know nothing about golf. I'm learning.
Well, and he's one to learn from for sure. But let's go back to last year. Now you advanced to area.
So there's actually there's no area.
There's not
in golf. No,
you just go to state,
district, regionals, and state. Yeah.
Okay. And where was state?
State was at Lyons Municipal in Austin. I think like center of Austin area.
Okay. Pretty course there, huh?
Yeah, it's it's pretty nice. It's really tight.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not very long though, and the greens are super grainy. I don't know if people know what that means, but it's like...
Well, let's talk about a little bit of that, too. So for lay people, when he says it's tight, that means the fairways are narrow. We have a lot of trees on each side or water or whatever it may be. But that's what a tight golf course is. And then a grainy green, we won't go ahead and talk about what that would be.
That's just like... Basically, like, break is like if it's like leaning or tilting one way, but the grain is like how the grass is growing, you know? So those greens are just like I don't know how to explain it, but they're super like grainy, and so the grain can take over like the break. So if you have a putt that's maybe breaking right to left, it might break left or right just because of the grain. Like it's really hard.
Gotcha. Yeah, and so I guess would you call the greens? I guess they wouldn't be true, and you have to really know the greens.
Yeah,
really well.
Yeah, Yeah, they're kind of hard.
And to that point, once you, and I've seen this a lot. Sorry, with my youngest son plays golf, and he'll be wanting to compete on the golf team next year. You see this with a lot of tournament players. They know their swing. Like you go to the driving range, you get your swing back, and you may be, man, I slept wrong, have a little, whatever, I'm not following through or whatever. But a large portion of the time is spent figuring out the greens and the chips and the short game. Because, that was the old saying, you drive for show and
putt for dough.
Yeah.
And that's so true in tournaments, is when you can, be on that short game and have that short game figured out.
You get to play the course before the...
Yeah. So, you get a practice round is what it's called the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get to actually be on the golf cart.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's nice.
Yeah.
I'm out on the walking.
I tell you, and that's
Give me a slushy machine.
That's one of the things that a lot of people may not know about high school golf is you got to walk 18 holes, and some of these are
you drag your own bag too. You ain't got no caddy,
right? Yeah, and some of them, are you a carrier?
I do carry. I used to push cart, and then my push cart broke, and then I kind of just started carrying, and kind of like it more. Honestly,
your old man won't carry them for you.
No,
he can't.
Not in high school.
He can't. I don't know that he would anyway, but he can't.
I don't know if I would let him.
Yeah. But yeah, so the Austin course shot you. What was the first day like, and what kind of golfers were you seeing there? Were you intimidated being a freshman?
No, I kind of came in with the mindset just to like top 10. I didn't want to put too much pressure on myself.
Yeah,
but I didn't really know about. Like, there was a Sundown kid that's a really good golfer. He's in my grade. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even know he was there. Like, I didn't know nothing about him. And I guess that's kind of the perks of being a freshman and not knowing any of the high school kids.
Yeah. Now you kind of got a lay of the land this year.
Yeah.
It'll be kind of a different.
There's that Walt kid.
Yeah. And so first day, what are you shooting there in Austin?
First day I shot a 70.
Okay. What's par?
72, I think.
So you
71, 71 maybe.
71. So you're coming one under on day one. What's the leaderboard looking like?
So I was ahead by 2 or 3 maybe.
Okay.
I don't remember who was right. I guess the kid from Sundown, Isaiah Igo, I think is his name. Mm-hmm. And then there was a kid named Ty Chrisman who was a senior. I don't remember what school he was from though, but he was a pretty good golfer.
Gotcha.
Was you the only one from Goldthwaite that went to state?
Huh?
Was you the only one from Goldthwaite that went to state?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we had a good chance as a team to advance to regionals. Yeah. Walt obviously played good and Lane played well. And then, but we really just didn't, I don't know who else last year. I know Blake had a hard time shooting under 115, 120. Just... God love him. He gets in his head, and I don't help him. In fact, I think Coach Head told me to stop going to
go sit in the truck, Russ.
Yeah. Just leave him alone. And then we had I don't know who else last year.
Colin was probably our third guy.
Gardner.
Yeah,
that's right, and he's a solid golfer.
Yeah, he was all right.
Yeah. So good little team, but just didn't have enough. Like I said. Walt and Lane are up there, and again, Colin played well, but they just didn't have any help in the back because you go from 6 or 70 to 80, and then you got 120, 130. That really hurt your overall combined score.
Throw me in there with a 200.
Yeah, front 9.
Yeah.
No. But anyways, you're sitting on the leaderboard, a couple strokes up. Day one. Where you go eat that night?
I think me and my family went and ate at I can't remember what place it was called. It was right on Lake Travis, I think.
Yeah.
Like, it was a nice restaurant.
Mm-hmm. Coach Ed go with you?
No. We asked him, we were like, you want to go with us? And he was like, no, I got to work on school stuff or something, so he didn't come.
Always a teacher.
Yeah.
Well, and being how it was just you and Coach and your family there, I guess it's kind of a different feel because you're not there with the team. You're there by yourself.
Yeah.
But day 2, what's it feeling like? What are you feeling like when you get there?
To be honest, I know like a lot of people say it's weird, but I didn't really feel nervous. I think the first hole I had like maybe a double or a bogey, and I wasn't real happy with it, but I started playing better golf.
Yeah.
But I just didn't ever find myself getting nervous until maybe that last hole, and then I kind of left myself with a tester on 18. I think I was shaking a little bit, but when it fell, I was lots of emotions.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, talking about the round, kind of slow it down a little bit. You said you bogeyed the first hole. What was it? Bad tee shot, bad second shot,
no. I think I striped it right off of the tee box.
Good.
And I think I maybe had a little too much wind, or maybe some,
again, tight fairways.
Yeah, some, I don't know what they call it, some anxiety or whatever got to me, and I hit it a little too far, and you cannot go far on that first hole. Found myself in the woods, and I had to kind of punch out.
Was it dog leg or something?
Yeah, so like it's right off the tee box. I think you usually have like a 4-iron off the tee box.
Okay.
And I mean, I put it right down the middle, and then it's like 140 in, probably 130 in.
Okay.
So it's not too bad of a hole.
Good deal.
You just can't go long, and I did exactly what you can't do.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. It just falls off the back edge, I guess.
Yeah, it falls off hard.
Gotcha. Then so you bogey the first hole, and then you kind of settle in and play pretty much par golf from there.
Yeah, I think I had a couple bogeys, couple birdies, but I was pretty even throughout the day.
Yeah. And then did you feel any pressure from, I guess, do you get to see the other competitor? I mean, do they have like a leaderboard where you can focus on anything?
No.
That's good.
The only people in yours group, which kind of which it came down. So I think on.
So day 2, let me kind of set the stage. You're with the leaders of the tournament?
Yeah.
Like it's all 4 or 3?
So there was 2 other guys in my group that were tied with me, or.
Okay.
Well, they were a little bit behind me.
Yeah, but that's the leaders of the tournament is what you're with. So you kind of got the feeling, unless there's some kind of back there by, that with another group that just goes insane and just shoots 6 under or 7 under. This is your leadership, the going forward. So you get to kind of feel the competitiveness on how they're playing, measuring yourself up with them. Right?
Yeah.
Is that kind of how that feels?
Yeah, there was a Sundown kid. That Sundown kid, he wasn't in my group because there was 3 guys that were behind me, and I was only playing with 2 of them.
Gotcha.
Which that probably helped a lot because I didn't know anything.
Gotcha.
What he was shooting. But yeah, I had to compete with those guys to win.
Yeah, gotcha. And so again, playing par golf throughout it, and you got, like you said, you left yourself. Were they playing well? Your team, I guess not the guys you were playing against that round?
One of them kind of fell off, but there was that Ty Chrisman kid.
Yeah.
We were tied coming into 15, 16.
Wow, so
yeah.
he played under par that
yeah,
round,
he played a pretty good round.
Okay, and then that left you, I guess that put some stress in you and put a little pressure on you. And then what sealed the deal? When did you feel like, man, I got it?
So on 16, they call it Hogan's Hole, and it's a hard hole.
Okay.
And I think
what par is it?
Par 4, but it's it's the tightest hole in the course, and there's kind of water, so you can't go you have a 170 shot if you hit a good shot in uphill.
It's a long par 4.
Yeah, and I parred that one, and I don't remember if he parred it, maybe bogeyed it. So we were tied at that point going into 17, par 3. And me and him, I think I stuck it to probably 6 feet, and he probably stuck it to 10, 7 feet. We both hit good shots, and I knew if I made the putt that I'd be leading, and so he was a little bit behind me, so he putted first.
Sure.
And missed it. So when I made that putt for birdie, put me 1 up, and that's kind of what put the nerves on me on 18.
Yeah, sure. So let's talk about 18. Strap it down the middle. What is it? What is 18? Par 5?
Par 4. I was 18. I was a little bit nervous. So it's a par 4. It's kind of short, and typically you lay up, but Coach Head was like, I was like, do you want me to lay up or go for it? And he told me, we didn't come here to lay up, that's for basketball.
That's right.
I mean, that's probably a good thing because I was probably hitting my driver pretty good that day.
Yeah, sure.
And I think
that factors in.
Hit it a little left, but if you hit it far enough, it goes through the trees, and I had a little chip in.
Okay.
But where I left myself with the testers, I kind of hit it on the edge of the green. I didn't chip it very good.
Let's go back. You hit your driver, and again, it goes out there. How far are you from the hole on your second shot?
Probably 30 yards.
Oh, wow.
Like I was right up there chipping pretty much.
Were you in the rough or fairway?
It's kind of a rough dirt spot kind of.
Okay. And you feel like you missed that in a little bit, duffed it?
Yeah. I kind of hit a little long and right, and it was just on the fringe. So I had kind of a long putt.
On the backside?
Mm-hmm.
And then what? When you say long putt, what are we talking?
It's 40 feet, probably 30. Like it was a good one. Good long one.
That's a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so let's go talk about the guy that is one behind you at that point. What's his 18th hole looking like?
I can't really remember what he did. I think he parred it. I don't remember where he hit it at all.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he parred it because he put it in before me. Because with that 40-footer,
mm-hmm.
I think I left it a little short, and I had like 6 feet for par.
Okay.
And I already knew that he parred it, so if I miss it, I knew I tie with him, go to a playoff at least.
That's a big deal. So you have a 40-footer, and you say you miss it, but you leave yourself about 6 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is that okay? He makes his par, and now you have a 6-footer for the game.
Yeah,
for the state championship.
That's probably the most nervous I was.
The longest 6 foot.
Oh,
yeah, those will get you.
What kind of putt was it? What if you remember?
I think it was pretty straight.
Yeah,
maybe
take 30 minutes
right
for the
left.
ball to get there.
Did you? How much measuring did you do on that shot?
I think I did about the normal. I was trying not to think about it, but
just stay in your rhythm. Yeah,
golf is a game of mental, and you can't not think about if I make this putt, I win.
Sure. You just got to go and do it.
Yeah.
Well, and that happens. You go out there and you sink the 6-footer and you win by a stroke against again. Who was this guy you were playing there?
Ty Chrisman.
From.
Maybe Centerville. Is Centerville a small school? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Well, anyways, so and was he a senior? Or was he?
He was a senior. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And so he, you win it and state champ. How was the coach head in as far as coaching you? And he elaborated a lot on this last year during the athletic banquet. But how was he as a coach for you and kind of the relationship y'all have together?
I love Coach Head. He's like can get serious and will scream at you when you need to be screamed at, but he's also like a great coach, and he's screaming at you for a reason, and he can also be one of those guys that's going to talk to you and settle you down on the golf course, which is great for me because I would say I have a pretty level head, but when I get out there sometimes I might hit a bad shot and I think about it too much, and he's just there to help me think it through.
I think golf is, especially at your level, one of the greatest things that you can be a part of because of the mental toughness that it creates in people. In the short memory of, man, I did a bad shot. What am I going to do now? I think good golfers like you have an innate ability to refocus, forget, and make the next shot. And bad golfers don't. And I'm in that line. Yeah. And so that's significant in that. So this year, again, you got to move into the defending champ kind of mode. And are you hearing anything from other schools, players, or do you just like, man, I don't know. I'm just going to have to go and see what happens?
No, kind of at district, there was Witt and Lackey and all of them, they just like, he's a state champ, but
yeah, sure.
I don't hear much. I don't really talk to any of those guys.
Gotcha. I was proud to see that they moved, they fixed the banner, the sign at the municipal golf course here to put you on there. I think we won state in
2019.
2019 sounds right. As a boys won state, and that team, that was a good team with Rance House. I think he had the Hermsmeyer. Was Drew?
Cole.
Cole, okay. You had young Jackson Patrick, and so good little team. I know I'm missing one. I apologize. But
this is the Medina kid.
Was it Medina?
His name.
Yeah, okay. So we've had some success in golf. And I'll tell you what, I'm proud of our program in athletics as a whole. You're seeing a lot of success.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of success in football this year that we haven't had in the past. Of course, girls back-to-back state championship runs in basketball, state semifinal runs. Boys go state semifinals this year in basketball.
First time ever.
And then you got, state championship golfer. We have, Laney J. Ran track last year, champion in hurdles, back to back. Yeah, she won. I think she won
back to back.
I think so. Yeah.
Junior and senior year. And the track program as a whole goes very far. I think we're gonna have another good track season this year.
Yes, sir.
Baseball looked good. Travis was at the softball game. I was at the baseball game. And what did you see yesterday at the softballs? We played Center Point, right?
18-2, wasn't it?
18.
And Paisley.
How'd we look?
Little catcher. We looked a lot better, hitting the ball a little better.
Feel like the basketball girls are catching up a little bit.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Who pitched yesterday for us?
Riley
Greenway pitched well.
Yep.
Good deal.
Yes, sir.
And then I guess sounds like we hit the ball.
Oh yeah.
Was it
walk off?
Yeah, I heard she
walk off grand slam there.
No kidding. Who did that?
It's a load of Paisley.
Paisley. Okay.
Yep,
I don't guess
catcher.
I know her.
She's a new girl. Paisley Hughes.
Okay.
She's in my grade.
Is she sophomore? Okay.
Pretty handy.
Yeah. The boys. I was over there calling and announcing the boys' game against Center Point. 2 games. JV won pretty handedly, and then they started the varsity game about 6:15 yesterday. And Isaac Rainland pitched, senior, pitched really well. They had some timely hits. I think they scored 5 runs on us. First inning, though, we really jumped out on them. I think we had 7 runs first inning. And then kind of settled down a little bit. They changed pitchers. Guy got some good innings in on us. And then about the 4th inning, bottom of 4, he got tired. And then they put the starting pitcher back in, which I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't either.
So I don't know if that was some kind of agreed upon thing.
I didn't know you could do that either.
I didn't know they had maybe they just didn't have enough pitchers. But
yeah, probably not.
The starting pitcher went back in, and we got back on them and 10-runned them after 5.
Yeah.
It was 15-4 going into the 5th inning, and they scored 1 run on us. But Isaac pitched a complete game, and we hit the ball really, really well.
There you go.
And so we played pretty good earlier in the week against Johnson City.
They were tough. I know
Yeah,
they were
good
tough.
team.
I mean, yeah, they're a good team. In fact, Johnson City has a number 1 or top 10 prospect in the state.
Oh yeah.
It's this Slolinski kid. I think he had 6 RBIs, and all of them went over the fence.
Yeah, he's a good
1
player.
grand slam and a 2-run homer. Wyatt Jones pitched for us that game. Would have been a competitive game if we'd kept the ball in the park. They had 3 home runs on us, and that was 7 runs on home runs. So, but again, that kind of like you said with the girls, we're just now getting our basketball guys kind of up to speed.
Yep.
And we'll see. This is still the first round of district, I believe, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
And so we're kind of fixing to turn into the second round of district, and we'll see. I don't know what I know. Johnson City's good on the baseball end, but I don't know who else is going to be competitive as far as in our district. I
don't even know who all we're playing.
Well, we got Johnson City, we got Center Point, we got Harper, we got Junction, and we got
Sonora.
No.
Sensaba.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be Sensaba in that as well. And so that's basically the same district we have in basketball. It's District 29-2A. And so we'll have those matchups. So baseball is always kind of you don't know what you got kind of thing, and softball as well. So But go out there and support the baseball team and softball team. That we have a good product out there. There's good athletes and competitive athletes, you know.
Yes,
but like everything else in little schools, it kind of comes down to pitching and timely hitting. And so it sounds like we're getting that from the softball girls.
Getting there.
Yeah, Greenway coming in. You got Danica Macias pitching.
Yes, sir.
And then you got there's another one we're missing. Well, I'm thinking Leverett last year, but she's graduated.
Yeah. Danica and Riley, really.
Yeah, Riley,
Danica's
okay.
pretty good.
And then for the boys, we had two really good senior pitchers. Wyatt Jones,
and
he pitched well. I mean, but when you got a top 10 prospect, they can hit the ball. I mean, and then you got Isaac Raymond came in and pitched. We did have some other pitchers. Owen Campbell pitched a little bit, and then you had Ben Wetzik come in and pitch. He pitched well. So fun time to be an Eagle. And this has been a fun little deal. What else you got for us, Travis?
Man, that's about it.
Let's talk about some other things going on in Goldthwaite. We have
Goat cook-off coming up on.
That is coming up. When is the date on that? You know offhand?
I don't know.
I don't even know. Mm-mm.
Right now, I have a house full of kids. We have a Disciple Now weekend that is always big in our community. It's where a lot of the churches gather together and have a big youth rally. So I got 6th and 7th grade boys in my house, 8 of them.
That's good for you.
It is a circus.
Keep them in your place.
Yeah, it is a circus. But good kids. And then that'll be today and tomorrow. But next week is the 4th week, and we have food bank that'll be going on. And again, all the worship opportunities we have in our community, be a part of that and find you a church and be a part of that. What else is going on in our, you said Go Cook Off. We don't know the exact time.
Yeah, sometime in April, isn't it?
Yeah. Easter is the 20th.
Yeah.
That is always a big time. We have also, Travis, if you want to connect with the show, how do you do that?
Goldthwaite Guys at Yahoo.
G-Weight Guys.
G-Weight Guys at Yahoo.
At yahoo.com.
Goldthwaite Guys on YouTube.
Goldthwaite Guys on YouTube. I'm trying to fix the Spotify situation a little bit. We're going to have Coach H on pretty soon, maybe next week, early next week, talking about the girls' basketball season, the back-to-back state runs that they've had, and the future of Goldthwaite Lady Eagles basketball. And so a lot of neat things going on. Good to do this again. Me and Travis kind of took a long break right after football, and kind of get going again with Travis. And everything good on your end?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know you're working and doing all these things. So we're gonna do some other stuff coming up. I'm gonna stump the dummy a little bit, have some fun with Travis, and do some different things.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, I want to ask one other question for Walt as going into this, off season after golf, and you'll be a junior, big junior. So, how have you enjoyed your halfway point of your high school career? Are you happy with it?
Yeah, I think it's been a pretty good career.
Yeah,
it's been fun.
Well, when you can say you're a state champ 1 year in, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And so that's encouraging. And again, it's an exciting time to be an Eagle.
Do it again this year.
I'd love for you to.
That's the goal.
And guys, here's the thing: you can go to these tournaments. Again, Llano. When is the district championship or district tournament?
Not next week, but the next is the first round.
Okay. I don't know.
2 weeks from now.
I guess we don't have a date on that.
I do not.
Terry, see if we can find a date for that.
I can pull it up.
But that's again, that's going to be in Llano. If you don't know where that is, basically go downtown Llano right before the courthouse. Take a right, and go down there a couple of miles, probably about 5-6 miles, and you'll see the golf course. You'll see some big old anchor chains. Looks like you see on a Navy ship or something. Huge chains. And that'll be kind of the entrance for the golf course. There's a little RV park. Go past it, and it'll be right there on the right. And so, you got a date?
I can't go. I get too loud.
Yeah.
They'll run me out.
You're the Happy Gilmore crowd.
Shooter McGavin.
Yeah.
That's not right. Well, it says March. Oh, I guess March 31st and April 7th for both boys and girls.
Coming up pretty quick.
Yeah, that is coming up quick. In fact, this is a 5 Sunday month, so that'll be the Monday after
the 5th Sunday.
Yeah, 5th Sunday. So, it'll be in Llano, and again, they start around 9.
8:39.
Yeah,
depending on.
Fun way to go support, and tell you what, if you've never been to a golf tournament, they're really neat, really fun to be a part of. One other thing, kind of make this not too long, but what's your favorite food? What do you like to eat? Get into this.
Some people might say it's weird, but I love pigs in a blanket.
No, nothing wrong with it. And I love that you call them pigs in the blanket and not kolaches.
Yeah, no, there's a difference.
That's an East Texas thing.
Yeah. Louisiana.
So pigs. So yeah, but you're not eating that for dinner. Right?
No, every now and then.
Really? Wow. So okay. Where are you going to eat? I know pigs in blanket. You go to a donut shop or something like that. Where do you go? What's your favorite restaurant?
Fast food, probably Panda Express, but like.
Do you call Panda Express fast food?
I'd say so.
I mean, you can get it for pretty fast. I mean, you're an outlet. Yeah.
A restaurant, though, I'd probably say, like, if I'm going nice to eat, Texas Roadhouse, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The rolls and
the
butter.
So good.
Slushies.
Yeah. The Panda Express, though, it's hard to eat on the road when you're traveling.
Yeah.
If you're driving, don't do that. Don't eat Panda Express while you're driving. All right, so good. That's good. And then, what's your favorite golf course that you ever played at?
Probably in Pinehurst. I played in North Carolina at Pinehurst.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It was, it's so beautiful up there.
Yeah, sure.
Like, it's so nice.
Now Pinehurst is the famous 17 par 3.
Yeah.
No, that's Sawgrass.
Yeah, that's TPC Sawgrass.
That's Sawgrass. Okay, Pinehurst is beautiful though. Mm-hmm. Okay, I got those confused. That's good. And so that was your favorite again. What's the point? Like, yeah, you're state champ, and that's awesome. Is there any national things that you're involved in golf wise?
So like in golf, there's probably 3 or 4 like national tournaments,
Mm-hmm.
But I've played in Florida. I played in the Under Armour National Golf Tournament, which that was probably a couple years ago.
I remember that.
And then that Pinehurst tournament was the U.S. Kids World Championship.
How'd you do there?
I played pretty well. I think I was like T like 120 probably out of like 300 kids. Wow. But at the Under Armour one, I played pretty well. I was like 11th maybe out of 140 maybe something.
Wow,
pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean to go on a state, and you got to be invited to those, right?
Yeah,
it's not like you
got
just
to qualify and stuff. Yeah,
that's a big deal. And so, is that going to be continuing to happen for you? Is that something you want to do again? Kind of go into that.
Yeah, I kind of have goals like every summer. Like there's big tournaments, and I try and qualify for a couple of them every summer. Like I want to probably play in what's called the Texas Amateur. It's pretty soon. That's what I want to try and qualify for.
And again, a junior year, not too far away from looking at colleges, and obviously, I think you have aspirations to play in collegiate golf. Is there a school that would be my dream situation?
I mean, dream situation, probably not my favorite school, but like golf wise, probably like OSU or something. Like,
okay. Yeah.
They have pretty good golf, but
that's Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite
not
school is
State.
Tech, though. If I could go to Tech, I'd love to go there.
Yeah. Sure. Rack 'em. And that's again not too crazy far, and it's in number one. It's in the state, which makes things cheaper as opposed to Oklahoma. Yeah. But yeah, that's good. And then again, do you feel like? I'm not trying to like go too far here, but do you want to be in college golf and be competitive there? And man, I'll tell you what, those golfers make a good living.
Yeah, they do.
Pretty easy work.
Really good living.
Yeah, it'd be nice to do that as a job.
So is that something is that in your plans?
That's probably somewhere down the line. I probably want to end up doing something golf wise, like either coach or, I mean, if I could play, but
sure.
that'd be a pretty good dream.
I'll say this, and I'm not trying to blow smoke, but if you're a freshman and you're winning state in Texas, I mean, you can go win state in Delaware.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's Delaware.
Yeah.
But Texas is a big state.
Lots of golfers.
Lots of golfers, lots of golf courses, and a really competitive state. And you go as a freshman at 14 and win state.
It's a pretty big deal.
That's a huge deal. And not only that, it shows you the level of talent that you have. And so I just encourage you in that, like, man, dude, if you go and win state freshman year and then do competitive sophomore year, I don't want to say, hey, let's go win state again. Obviously, you know that. But by the time you're a senior and you have that depth, I honestly think, I mean, you have your choice of colleges. Mm-hmm. Golf is one of the most underutilized scholarships in sports anyway. So you guys listening, I mean, if that's something you want to go and have a real chance at going to school and having it possibly paid for, golf is a really good spot.
Yeah, it's nice.
So I mean, I'm encouraged with that, and I think sky's the limit for you, Walt, as far as your golf career and your golf future. So I'm excited to have you on, and glad that you came and hung out with us for an hour or so.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah. Anything else from your end, Travis?
That's about it, man.
Again, we're going to try to have Coach H on here pretty soon, and we'll get her thoughts on everything going on in girls athletics and moving forward. So, but anyways, man, thanks for coming out, hanging out with us. And what's next week looking like for sports, Travis?
I don't even know.
I don't
think
either.
They're playing. I don't even know who they're playing in baseball.
I didn't know we was playing softball till yesterday.
Yeah, so
they don't tell me nothing.
Maybe we'll know next week, and we'll tell you, because we'll have another one here coming up and kind of get lined out for the week. Anyways, always a good day to be a Goldthwaite Eagle.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, Walt.
Glad you got to see us.
Yeah, man. We'll see you next time. God bless.